Welcome back to the Mexican-American War series on history with Herodotus. As the war between Mexico and the United States began, a group of American settlers in California, who were predominantly of American origin, saw an opportunity to declare independence from Mexico. On June 14, 1846, a small band of these settlers, led by William B. Ide, captured the Mexican garrison at Sonoma and declared the establishment of the Bear Flag Republic. This short-lived republic would eventually become part of the United States, but its declaration marked the beginning of American involvement in the Western Territories. Meanwhile, Colonel Stephen W. Kearny, who was tasked with leading a military expedition to California, set out from Fort Leavenworth, Kansas, on June 30, 1846. His mission was to capture Santa Fe, the capital of the Mexican territory of New Mexico, and then proceed to California to support the American settlers there. On August 18, 1846, Kearny's troops captured Santa Fe without firing a shot, as the Mexican governor, Manuel Armijo, fled the city rather than engage in battle. Kearny's victory at Santa Fe was a significant turning point in the war, as it gave the United States control over a vast and strategic territory that included present-day New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming. The capture of Santa Fe also paved the way for American expansion into California, which would eventually become a crucial part of the United States. One of the key figures in the Western theater was Kit Carson, a famous frontiersman and scout who played a crucial role in Kearny's expedition. Carson's knowledge of the terrain and his ability to navigate the treacherous trails of the southwestern United States were invaluable to Kearny's troops. He also helped to facilitate communication between the American forces and the Native American tribes of the region, which was essential for the success of the expedition. As Kearny's troops continued their march towards California, they encountered stiff resistance from the Mexican forces, who were determined to defend their territory. On December 6, 1846, Kearny's troops clashed with a large Mexican army, led by General Andres Pico, at the Battle of San Pascual. The battle was intense and bloody, but ultimately, the Americans emerged victorious. The success at San Pascual marked a significant milestone in the war, as it gave the United States control over the southern part of California, and paved the way for further advances into Mexico. However, the war in the Western theater also raised important questions about the nature of American expansion and the treatment of Native American tribes. As American forces occupied more and more territory, they encountered diverse populations with their own cultures, languages, and traditions. The issue of how to govern the newly acquired territories also became a contentious issue. Should the United States impose its own system of government on the conquered territories, or should it allow the local populations to maintain some degree of autonomy? These questions would continue to plague American policymakers throughout the war and beyond. In January 1847, Kearny's troops finally arrived in Los Angeles, where they were greeted as liberators by the American settlers. The city was occupied without resistance, and the Bear Flag Republic was officially absorbed into the United States. This marked the end of Mexican rule in California and paved the way for the eventual admission of the state to the Union. As we conclude our exploration of the Western theater, it is clear that this region played a crucial role in the outcome of the war. The bravery and determination of American settlers, soldiers, and scouts like Kit Carson helped to secure a vast and strategic territory for the United States. However, the legacy of this conflict also raises important questions about the nature of American expansion and the treatment of diverse populations. That's all for today. Join us next time on History with Herodotus as we continue our series on the Mexican-American War with Episode 6, Buena Vista and the Home Front.